Heavy weight for you doesn't hurt you because that's what's making you stronger. Your body stronger. I don't care about muscle. Do I train when I'm sick? I like meals in the morning to late afternoon. I don't like you to wait in the morning. Get the meals in from the beginning because that's like the gas. That's getting your metabolism going. That's firing up the body. Boom. Again, this is for everybody that doesn't know. Clash of the Titans is my bodybuilding and health and fitness show. It's a natural show for only natural competitors, and it will be here in California in Redondo Beach, August 28th, and I will be there all day. Lifting for life. That is 100%. And you'll see it. You'll see it over the next 10 years as you see that how I train Titan and the differences I do with Titan relative to how I started. And man, there's going to be some changes on how I did stuff. And it's funny because I already can see when he goes over and they ask him about how much he benches, and he's the size of a house, and he says, I do 315, and they're like, wait a minute, dude, you almost weigh 315. How do you bench 315? And then they find out that he does 10 reps on incline with the Titan bar, which will translate to like 600 pounds. But I'm going to force him to train in this deficit of ability, range of motion, form, everything. So it's so minute that when he has to turn it on, when he has to lay down and do a flat bench, it's now 600 pounds without training there all day long and possibly hurting himself. So it's the training I'm going to do for him, and what I've learned over the last 40 years has been incredible, but really what I've picked up in this last 20 years, not because of just who I'm around, all the experts I'm around, but also watching what they said to me 20 years ago, and then how they deteriorated, or what worked for them and what didn't work for them. So it's a compound of knowledge that goes over time. What did this person say to me when we were both 30? Well, but now both 50, but where is he at this 50? So what was he saying in his 30s that didn't hold true? And so these are the things that I keep giving to you guys, that I've tried to hand it to you guys so you guys can take this and pass it on. I mean, that's the ultimate goal. I'm not going to be here forever. And I hope you guys are out there spreading this kind of stuff and teaching these things to other people. Like the gentleman that asked earlier, all his friends say that he lifts too heavy. He's doing it right, though. All of his friends are doing it wrong because all of his friends are like, no. I'm 45 now. Let me go light. Let me be safe because heavy weights hurt you. No, again, heavy weight for you doesn't hurt you because that's what's making you stronger. Your body stronger. I don't care about muscle. If you guys know me well enough, you know that I don't care about how you look or how much muscle you have. I care that you're doing it right and that we have opportunity to move you forward to get better. That's what I care about. That's all I care about, that I can make you continuously get better. And you're going to look back in 10 years to the person you were today and go, how did I get better? I was 50 then, and I'm 60 now, and I'm better. I was 20 then. I should be at my peak at 20, and now I'm 30, and I'm 10 times better. Those are the things I want for you guys. And healthier. We were talking to Elias today, and he goes, his body has never felt better. He's put on more muscle in 3 months. He's leaner in 3 months. He's doing better form finally. And he's stronger. Now, it took 3 months, and it's still a lot of head pounding there because he's such an animal and wants to train 100% every time. But it's a great thing to see that in just 3 months, how much we can change a 21-year-old. So, a stubborn 21-year-old. Magruder, I like the 3 hours. If you got to move it to 2 hours because of work or a meeting, I'm good with that too. Get the meals in for everybody here that's in the Titan crew. I like meals in the morning to late afternoon. I don't like you to wait in the morning. Get the meals in from the beginning because that's like the gas. That's getting your metabolism going. That's firing up the body. Boom, we're hitting it. Then you get your meals in during the day. Now, if you finish your meals around 5 and you go to bed at 8 or 9 or whatever it is, I'm okay with you not having anything to eat before bed. I'm fine with that. If we're slicing and dicing and we're trying to trim up, that's fine. For you guys that are putting on size, you're probably spreading out your meals to where you're still finishing that last meal right before bed, like I did with the fruit. Yeah, Magruder, there's no 5 hours between that last meal. 3 hours. You're doing 3 hours, finish your meals. And then I don't care. Because then what we can do, as you're working with me one-on-one, what we can do in the next week or two is we can see what happens to your body. You're going to see this. You're going to get your same meals in at a proper time to keep your metabolism going. We're going to get enough supplementation, protein, carbs, and fats in your body to heal the body. And then it's going to look for nutrients after that fact. But you fed me healthy. Over here, you fed me healthy all day. Now I'm looking for nutrients because I'm starting to burn so much. But you feed me enough protein. I took everything. Okay, now I'm going to eat the fat. It's as simple as that. It's a beautiful thing. And then you're going to wake up the next day going, I am starving. Right to that meal again. Metabolism goes again. So close that last meal down, okay? I don't care how far apart the last meal is before bed. I hope you guys are all getting to bed, though, unless you have night shifts, by at least 10 o'clock asleep. Try, because 10 to 2 is when that body kind of regulates with the moon and kind of heals and takes care of that internal body. So it's a good time to be asleep. this was posted a while ago, but Frankie asked, he goes, when is my, I actually have a new fat burner. So you guys know, and this is why I changed it. So I got the non-stim because a large portion of America does not want stims for their pre-workout. So we get enough stuff in there for you to kind of feel good, get to the gym, get a good workout in, but I don't override you. Now with these new things like Rain and Bang and all that stuff that these guys do, that overrides you and that gets you fired up. So I noticed this last diet, there was times I was continuously taking my pump product, 2 scoops twice a day, but I also put in some coffee in there and try to get about 200 milligrams of caffeine on top of it because I needed that extra boost. And so I made another one for us psychos that are going to go with the harder boost. Mostly the leaner you get, the harder it is, obviously. So there's days that you do need to get, or at least I need to get overridden and just get my butt to the gym and train. So Frankie, thank you for asking that. What is the difference between training men and training Momo? I've found this. Momo is 100% set to win. So she did everything proper. She got to the end road basically and said, I eat carbs, my body is used to the carbohydrates, I can keep those in. My proteins are at a good level and I can keep those in, I can keep that stuff high. On top of that, she has no sweet tooth whatsoever. I mean, it's annoying. She, in the 7-8 years now we've been dating, she does not like sweets. So there's never that thing where she needs like crazy food. Which is kind of nice. Man, sometimes I crave it. I crave it big time. So that's one of the biggest differences between training her and other people. But the other part is this. She's psycho and she loves heavy weights. And she'll go in like I do and she'll stay on that power bodybuilding program a lot throughout the year. And she just likes her core lifts. And she just likes to go in and do her inclines, maybe one extra exercise. She loves her squats heavy, and she'll sit there for 2 hours on the rack just squatting, and she loves her deadlifts. So that's I think the biggest changes between her and others. Others kind of go, all right, I squatted, I'm done, I move on. Where she just enjoys that little bit of process and stay on it. So she's even more, I guess you would say, content with doing the minimum work, which, truth be told, we all should, but she's really content with doing the minimum work and staying true to the course where she doesn't go extreme. And so by never going extreme, it never rebounds. So she stays nice and ripped all year long. For me, I love the heavy weight, so I have to go extreme, and that makes me rebound. And so then I have to be smart enough to make sure that I'm going like this throughout the year and making sure I take care of my body. Again, this is for everybody that doesn't know. Clash of the Titans is my bodybuilding and health and fitness show. It's a natural show for only natural competitors, and it will be here in California in Redondo Beach, August 28th, and I will be there all day. And it's my first show, so 1987, and it's taken me quite a few decades to get here and get to this point of putting on my own show, and I'm so excited about doing this. Somebody asked months ago, do I train when I'm sick? So I got I don't know what it is, but sore throat, whatever, ran down, nasal. I guess some people called it cold or whatever, but Mona got a cough and stuff like that. So it's whatever it is. We both trained through it. We both didn't stop. So for something like this, which I think is minute, I never think of a cold as something that's, or at least for me, I don't think of a cold as ill. I think it's just your body ran down a little bit. But I've dealt with body ran down because I diet like a maniac. So you don't know what ran down is unless you've done the 30-day blitz. And then by fourth week, you know what ran down feels like. And I think you feel worse being healthy on the 30-day blitz than with a cold. I think a cold would be a plus. You'd feel better compared to the 30-day blitz. So with that being said, I trained right through this whatever this little bug is, and we all did. But it was funny because of the fact that Mona had a cough, and we're training at Gold's, and you cough in California now, and everybody freaks out. So it was actually kind of funny. For my joint health, I take my joint support. One of the first products, second product I made. The first product I made was skincare. The second product I made was my joint support. Yeah, tuna when you're traveling. Again, I fully understand tuna is not the most delicious thing in the world, but when you are so pumped up on a program and you're doing it, it don't matter. It really don't matter what the protein is, as long as you're staying on your diet. And maybe for most of you, you're not like this. I think some of the Titans are this way. The hard week to diet because you're traveling or doing something is the week that you really need to diet and stay on point, because that's going to throw you ahead. That is going to create a habit in you down the road. Elias, we'll go back to Elias. Elias trains with me and Doug this week as Doug was getting ready for one of his pro shows. Big Doug's a guy that I've been training with lately. And with that being said, Elias said, hey, 3 weeks out from his show, I'm really hungry. So what can I have at night? Can I have a Diet Coke? Can I do a big salad with egg whites or whatever? And me and Doug kind of looked at each other and both kind of said, stop looking. Because as soon as you start looking for something, you're going to keep looking for something, and it's going to make it easier, and then you add something else to it, and then you add something else to it, and you add something else to it. Just stop. You got a show in 3 weeks? Do the show. You're at home. You're hungry at night. I understand that. Doug and my response was the same. Call it a night. But stop looking for the ways out. And mostly when it's tough, traveling, those weeks that you stay on point, man, does it jump forward for you the week after when it's easy. And then you're like, oh my sheesh, I just did 2 weeks really, really well. And my body changed so much. Compared to the 1 week you go, forget it, I'm just going to, whatever. You mess up, and then you get back, and then you go on the next week. And the next week's just basically trying to get your body regulated again, so there's 2 weeks. And so you're at the same point 2 weeks ago that you are today, compared to the person that goes, I'm going to really try. I'm going to stay on the point. I know it's a hard week. I freaking understand this. It's a pain in the ass, but I'll do the tuna, the beef jerky, whatever it is, and then he's got 2 weeks ahead of you. And that's how I think. I think, man, anytime I can jump past the next human, I'm doing it, because I know somebody else is getting up at 4 o'clock the same time I do to kick ass. And so I just keep working to be the very best I possibly can. But I know it's a competition. So to stay up here, I'm going to keep fighting like an animal. And I'm not going to give anybody those days on me. I'm not going to mess up.